Jagdish sir, good evening, sir.
Uh, Good evening, sir. I have just received a few requests from some of the participants.
Okay,
It seems like the Saturday's rush is in progress, and some of them are taking a little bit of time in reaching their place. So
okay,
we will be starting with a 5 minutes delay. We'll be starting at 6:05, sir.
okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
In the meantime, for the attention of all the participants who have joined, so the today's lecture is on Common Data Environment, which is a centralized platform that stores and manages and shares all the project's data across all the stakeholders of the construction project. So it is like the source of truth or the link that is going to be joining the database, which is going to join the architectural, the person who is the owner, and also the execution person. So please, we request you all to engage in the Q&A session, just like you are doing for the past 2 days. Thank you so much. Like it was mentioned earlier, we will be starting in another 5 minutes. Thank you for your cooperation.
Surendra sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Venkatesh,
Sir,
and
how are
good.
you?
I'm doing good, but my light source is on backside, so it is blocking the whole setup.
Yes,
So
sir.
I believe I will close my video and start speaking. Now I'll have the video on for some time.
Okay, sir.
So if it is disturbing for people, or we can switch off the video. Let us see how it goes.
Okay, okay.
At your convenience, sir.
No
Yeah,
problem, no
you're
problem.
all welcome.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, he is Jagdish, sir, my colleague. He is also coordinator for this event, sir.
Okay. Hi, Jagadish.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. So I see around 30 participants.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's good that you are able to organize the BIM event for as a short-term plan, but still it's worthy to understand some things about BIM.
Yes, thank you, sir. All because
Hmm.
of you speakers only, sir. That
Yeah,
entire
yeah,
credit goes to you speakers only.
no problem.
And it is actually the brainchild of our department professors. They have been behind us
Okay.
like for the past 2 months. They are encouraging us on this topic. BIM
Okay.
is everywhere. So please,
Hmm.
you both should do one program on this.
Okay.
Initially, we thought of going for hands-on in the
Hmm.
offline mode, but
Hmm.
we switch it to the online mode so that it is going to be more interactive and more feasible for the participants across the country.
Okay. Great. Yeah, but that's BIM is the most relevant and most employed thing in the civil engineering, I guess. So it's most lucrative also, but it's also most challenging also because everything is made streamlined and everything your your whole construction documentation is brought into the logic of BIM.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's something complicated, but still it's worthy to learn. So what is yesterday's topic? Oh, yesterday was the Revit demonstration, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. So on the
Okay.
day one, we had the
Hmm.
introduction to the BIM concepts and the different dimensions of BIM. And
Okay.
we had a quick review of what the BIM
Hmm.
basically deals with, along with some of the case studies, kind of a thing. Then on
Okay.
the day two, which is yesterday,
Hmm.
we had the introduction to the Revit and
Hmm.
how does the workflows and the environment of Revit is maintained. Along
Okay.
with, we had a short demo of preparing one BHK house
Okay.
along with the landscaping and other details.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
So
what
we,
is on Monday?
Venkatesh sir.
Sir, Monday about structural detailing, sir.
Structural detailing. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Then
So after
Tuesday
that,
we have MEP, sir.
okay.
So at the end we have asset management, sir, through BIM.
Oh, okay. Nice. So this is a really eye opener for students. Like what all things is there in the BIM, but it doesn't. Even though we have 5 days and almost 10 hours, you are giving lectures. Still, BIM is not covered.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. So it's good for students actually.
Yes,
So
sir.
I appreciate it.
We are just paving the way, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paving the
Correct.
way for the people to, especially the young minds that are about to get into the real world.
Yeah. But you people,
Experts.
actually, I will suggest one instead of having a lab on BIM, instead and have a subject on BIM as a 3 credit course or four. So that is the challenge. You can take it up and bring it into the students. So it's a very
Definitely,
big
sir.
thing.
We'll work on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
Jagdish sir, he's my teacher during Vignan University.
Oh,
Yeah. So
okay.
he was
Nice.
a PhD student and I was a professor.
Oh, nice, sir. Nice. Sir, it is almost time.
Okay.
Shall we start?
Yeah, wait, let me test the sharing the screen.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Before that, we need to introduce you, sir.
Okay. 1 minute. First, let's just 1 second. I'll try sharing.
Okay. I think I need to stop the sharing, sir, screen sharing.
Oh, okay. 1 second. Let us test. No.
Okay.
So you're able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll stop sharing.
Jagdish sir, shall we start?
Yeah. Yeah. Please.
Yes, sir. We are nearing 50, so we can start. The other persons will be joining shortly.
Yes, sir. Good evening to one and all. I am Dr. Chava Venkatesh, currently working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Civil Engineering, CVR College of Engineering. A warm welcome to the participants of 1 week online short-term training program on advanced techniques for building information modeling for civil engineers. This event is organized by the Department of Civil Engineering in association with the Civil Engineering Association. It is a student body chapter of CVR College of Engineering. Firstly, I would like to express my sincere thanks to the management of Xavier College of Engineering and Principal Dr. K. Ramohan Reddy Garu and Head of the Department Dr. B. Nagamalleswara Garu for encouraging us to organize this event. I also express my sincere thanks to the fellow faculty and the students for their support to organize this program. Finally, I express my sincere thanks to the participants and esteemed speakers for their valuable presentations and participations. So coming to the today's session, we have lecture on common data environment. So by Mr. S.V. Surendra Garu. So he is the BIM admin from the PM Group Private Limited Bangalore, and he is a certified BIM consultant and also certified consultant for the Revit and AutoCAD. Sir, thank you so much for accepting our invitation and joining with us today. So now I would like to request my coordinator Jagdish sir to introduce the today's speaker to the session. Sir, please.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Chava. I am Mr. B. Jagdish. I now take the privilege of introducing today's guest speaker to you all. We are pleased to welcome Mr. S.V. Surender, who is currently working as a BIM technician in the admin at PM Group India. He is a civil engineering. He is a civil engineer with more than 8 years of multidisciplinary experience, spanning site engineering design, academics, BIM engineering, training, and IT-enabled engineering applications. Mr. Surender holds MTech in computer-aided structural engineering from IIIT Hyderabad, and is associated and is certified as an Autodesk certified professional, Bentley accredited project-wise administrator, and IGBC accredited professional. His core expertise lies in building information modeling, common data environments, and BIM automation and digital workflows. With hands-on experience in tools such as Autodesk Revit, Navisworks, Autodesk Construction Cloud, Bentley ProjectWise, Primavera, and Dynamo, he has worked with reputed organizations including PM Group India, L&T Edutech, Mott McDonald, Autodesk India, and L&T Construction. And he has trained engineers and students across multiple universities on BIM and digital construction platforms. His strong blend of engineering fundamentals, BIM administration, and real world project supports makes him a valuable resource for this STTP titled Advanced BIM Techniques for Civil Engineers, which is making it as the valid point for this STTP. Thank you, sir. The stage is all yours.
Yeah. So thank you, Venkatesh, and thank you, Jagadish. And it's like my profile seems like very robust and so many things is there. But once you get into the industry, these are simple things. So no need to worry about it. So yeah, it's a small introduction, like my journey, how it started. That will be giving an eye opener. So first time 2011, not 2011, 2010, I guess. I'm not exactly sure about the year. So I made an internship with IIT Chennai. So that time I forgot the professor name. So one professor introduced the concept of BIM. He is very much relevant in the BIM industry in India today also. So sorry that I forgot the professor name. So he introduced the 4D BIM. So how like construction has how the construction sequencing can be captured in terms of 3D model. So that was like fascinating. So it was fascinating. It was like eye opening. It's like it sparked the something in me. So from that point until this date, I always follow the BIM, and I passionately preach BIM. I passionately do things in BIM. Okay, so it's been a long journey. It's 2009 to say this is almost 10 15 years of BIM understanding and BIM this one. So it's like what I would say is BIM has grown multifold. So 2009 the software was like nothing. So Revit was tough, AutoCAD was tough, everything was complicated. But now it's all became easy and more tutorials. Even one another scenario also I would like to bring in. So when I 2017 I'm passing on my MTech and I want to get into BIM industry. Unfortunately, I was not able to because I did not have the relevant BIM skills. So this is which one point you have to understand that even though the industry doesn't have so many BIM trainers, but industry wanted some BIM experienced person to get into the industry. So that is the time Geo came in, all the Udemy came in, LinkedIn Learning came in, YouTube also grow. So that is I would say that's my unfortunate point. If I was in 2 years before I was in MTech means I would have learned everything and I got into a BIM industry sooner. So, but what today's scenario is like, lot of tutorials are available, but no guidance is available. So please, I expect everyone to find a guide. So through LinkedIn or through other means, through professors or other means. So get a structured way of learning things and getting into the industry. And BIM is most employable thing. Still now, BIM demand is higher. Every company is having BIM openings. So BIM is a very good industry to be in. Okay, enough of the introduction. So today, wait, let me share my screen. So you can post your questions now and then. Whenever I ask for questions, you can ask the questions in the chat box. I can see and I can answer things. So today's session is on common data environment. So this is a new term, but nobody speaks about in BIM, in the BIM training. So BIM training, what is the problem with the BIM trainings is this: they concentrate on the software practices and software workflows. They don't speak about the BIM concepts. So but this initiative is giving some idea about BIM concepts, and CDE is the one of the important BIM concept, and CDE became relevant after post corona. So before corona, CDE was like everything was in their own servers. So it's like you speak about their own college server, their own company server. So everything was hosted in the company servers only. So everything changed post Corona, where everyone has to work collaboratively with the help of internet. So that is where the CDE became relevant, and CDE became gained what to say momentum, and CDE became more industry relevant thing in the thing. So you need to understand so many things about CDE. So everyone speaks about in the technical jargon, CDE is the centralized setup, and it is for the collaborative environment. It is for client, contractor, subcontractor. Everyone works on the same platform, etc., etc. But how? What all things required? What all things you need to understand? So this is an eye-opening session in the common data environment. So what I would say is, yeah, let us go into the session. So first, what I want to understand is, what is your understanding about BIM? So whenever someone asks me, so this is a very important interview question also for many of you, like what is BIM? You have to give in a crisp answer. You have to give a simple definition. Okay. So what I would say is I will give 2 points. One is about BIM model. Another thing about BIM process. So two things. Again, I repeat. What is BIM model? You have to give a clear definition. What is BIM process? You have to give a clear definition. If you're able to give these 2 points in a proper sense, you are defining the BIM in a proper manner. So what is the connection between data and BIM? What is BIM after all? How BIM got established pretty well into the construction industry. So let us go one by one. So what is the connection between data and BIM? See, why Revit became famous is the reason because of data embedment into the 3D model by Revit. Okay, it's like if you have a wall, if you, I'll give an example. I used to explain to people in olden days between AutoCAD and Revit. So if you draw a wall, or if you draw a 1 BHK in AutoCAD and draw a 1 BHK in Revit, what is the difference? So if I ask this question, what you would say? So if possible, you can give a chat. What is the difference of drawing a 1 BHK in AutoCAD and 1 BHK in Revit? Can anyone answer? If you can, I'll give a 30 seconds. If you nobody answer, I'll proceed with my explanation. So chat is enabled, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
It is
Yes,
enabled.
sir.
Yeah. Okay. So now my question is, it can be like a very intuitive question. Yeah, in AutoCAD it's 2D. No, in AutoCAD 3D is possible. Any other answer? This is a very relevant question. What is the difference between AutoCAD 3D and our Revit? I would say I will reframe my question. If you draw a building in 3D in AutoCAD, and what is there difference between those two? Any other answer quickly, please?
Can we answer, sir?
Yeah, okay. See, this is the answer is in AutoCAD. If you see what AutoCAD does, we can apply colors in Revit. But these are all it's not correct, and no, okay, I appreciate it, but it's not exactly the answer which a interviewer or someone wants to understand. See, what is the difference is in AutoCAD what it will understand and what Revit will understand. You can see this two perspective. When AutoCAD will understand as points, lines, curves, dots, etc. But Revit will understand if you draw a wall, Revit also understand it is a wall. That is why if you join two walls, automatically the trimming and all the connections are automatically happens. So Revit is an intelligent data modeling software. So again, I repeat, Revit is an intelligent data model, BIM modeling software. We call it as a BIM authoring tool. But AutoCAD is not qualified as a BIM authoring tool because AutoCAD does not understand what you are drawing in it. It just understands as points and lines. Okay, so that is the major thing. So and why, what, how geometry based and object based? Yeah, so yeah, correct. So what is the thing is BIM model? I said no, like when you're explaining about BIM, BIM model and BIM process. See, BIM model is nothing but geometrical model plus data. So that is BIM model. Okay, what is geometrical model? That is nothing but you are seeing whatever things you are seeing in 3D. Those are geometrical data, XYZ coordinates. If you place a cursor on some corner of a wall, it will have a coordinate, X coordinate, Y coordinate, Z coordinate. That is geometrical model. But we have to embed the data into the geometrical model. So what I would say is BIM model is nothing but a 3D database of the construction project. So BIM model is having a geometrical data plus construction data embedded into it. So Revit takes the role of embedding the construction data. Explain about SketchUp and BIM. Okay, I'll come to the questions little bit later. SketchUp is not just a 3D model. It's like something like AutoCAD, but in Revit you have so much of data. Okay, if I have a Revit open, I can show you it. If you click on the wall, it will say wall height, wall width, wall thickness. These are geometrical data. Apart from that, what all things? What is the material of the wall? What is the constraint of the wall? So many details about wall itself is automatically created along with the Revit when you draw the wall. Okay, so that is the powerfulness of BIM authoring tools. So BIM authoring tools should have BIM data embedded into the 3D model. Okay, so what is BIM after all? So yeah, you have all the data in the 3D model itself. So if you want to see, I will explain in the next slide. You will understand what all data you can embed into a 3D model. Okay, so all the data is there. So now data is there. How to utilize the data? That is the BIM process. So what all the process you have to follow to implement the BIM successfully in a construction project? So that is BIM process. So what is the BIM? BIM is comprised of BIM model and BIM processes. So if you both is completely done and understood and completely established in the construction project, then it becomes a complete BIM. Okay. Why BIM got established? Because it is eliminating so many negatives about construction documentation, which is there for years to go there. It has changed. The construction scenario has changed a lot because of BIM. That is why it got established very well in the construction industry. So now this is a Autodesk Tandem. Tandem is a product, if you may not have heard about it. So it is a digital twin product of Autodesk. So what all data will be embedded into this? So this is a 3D model. You're seeing, right? This is a 3D rendered 3D model. If you click on a door, what all things is there? Door ID, that is the door 004, which is the door number, door tag. Then what is the door material? When it was created, when it was installed, who installed it, which manufacturer, what is the model of the manufacturer, what is the door width, what is the door height, what is the fire rating, cost of installation, vendor, supplier. So many informations are embedded into a 3D model. So for this, if you in the olden days, if you want to see a war, for example, you have a construction project, you are handing over the client. There are 1,000 lights. Okay, there is 1,000 lights, and there is one costly light. Okay, costly focus light. Okay, if the costly focus light becomes faulty, what you will do? You will do what? Will go and buy new one and replace it. But there is a concept called warranty. So who will know warranty? In the old constructs before BIM came into picture, nobody knows who is having the warranty of that light, who built it, which manufacturer. No details is available. But here, what happens? It is embedded into the software itself. So if you see, vendor supplier is there, date of installation is there, and all the even the warranty card will be in the URL link. See relevancy related docs is there. No, if you go and click on the docs, warranty card will come into picture. So that much relevant data the data is being structured in the 3D model itself. So no need to have so many folders. Everything will be embedded into the 3D model itself. Okay. So now comes to question of what is CDE. I do not want to explain CDE now itself. So I gave only the catchy statements about CDE. I'm not even reading up. So CDE is the backbone of BIM, where information is the backbone of BIM. So CDE is like, you understand how the data is stored for the construction project is CDE. So data is stored in the CDE. CDE is common data environment. Okay, let us go little by little. So now the question comes, what is CDE in BIM? So they speak about centralized information, collaboration of information is possible, access anytime, documents, etc., etc. So how does CDE work? Why CDE is important? What are benefits of CDE? So these are the questions you're gonna get answers for in this today's presentation. So this is how a CDE looks. CDE is a robust setup. Okay, it is not just one user interface. It has so many things embedded into it. Everything cannot understand in it. So what you need to understand, I will explain. So this is our CD. This is Autodesk Construction Cloud. This is taken from a Google image. So it is like it's a review. It's a review of a document. So it is like who is the login there. It says files, transmittals, issues, etc., etc. This is how a simple interface of CDE looks like. This is for Autodesk Construction Cloud. This is project wise. So project wise, it looks like a document explorer, which we there in our system. So that is why it is called as project wise explorer. So these are the folder structure. These are the folders. These are the documents. These are the ways. Everything is embedded into the one database. See now, see another advantage about CD is like consider L&T CEO is there. Okay. What first thing is all the construction data is stored only in CDE. That is the first rule. No other local storage, no other extra CDE also. Only one CDE, one project, one source, one single source of truth. All the construction data from the scratch till the handover of the project, till the operations, everything is stored in one database, and it will have only 12 folders or 13 folders only. This is a surprising thing about CDE, how much streamlined it has been happened. Only 13 folders will be there. In that, all the construction document data will be stored. I do not have if I missed the data structure of the folder structure of this, but anyway, so it is like that. And what I was speaking about, CEO of L&T wants to how it is useful for him. So L&T is having around hundreds of projects. So all the hundreds of projects, all the data is stored in one location. The answer is no. But if CDE and BIM is implemented, all the data can be stored in one location, and he can see all the data in one system. It's like he's having a powerful computer in that all the data is you can see for the company. So that is that much robust is CDE. Okay. Still did not introduce CDE. Wait for it. It's still little more time. So next thing you have to understand about the ISO 19650. So ISO 19650 is the BIM code. Okay. So code is very we have an international code for BIM. That is a very big thing. That is a very big movement, very big move in the construction industry, where how the BIM should be handled in the construction project is explained by six codes. ISO 19650 part 1, part 2, part 3 till part 6. Okay. So it covers the entire life cycle of the project from planning to design and execution and till operational phase of construction asset. ISO 19650 defines how information should be created. Okay. So it also speaks about how information should be created, managed, shared, and approved in BIM projects through CDE. Okay. So why I'm speaking about this is very important. Nobody speaks about it. And main note, this code does not speak about BIM modeling or BIM modeling software. It purely speaks about BIM information management with help of CDE. Okay. So ISO 19650 has 6 parts. So let us a little bit I will explain about this. First part tries to establish the BIM concepts and principles. And there so many things are there: EIR, AIR, OIR, PIR, etc., etc. It is a subject itself. So it does first part explains all the logics about the BIM. Second code is the very important code, delivery phase of the asset. So what is delivery phase of the asset is while designing, while constructing. So these two phases, how the BIM should be handled. What all things you have to use BIM for. All those details are explained in the ISO 19650 part 2. Part 3 is the operational phase of asset after construction is completed, when how to use the BIM data for utilizing the asset. That means facility management. Then 19654 about information exchange, 19650 about security minded approach. Security of data is so much of construction data is being shared. So security is very important. So that speaks about it. Health and safety is very important. That is not yet framed. It will come into picture in future. So let us little bit dive deep into ISO 19650 part 2. I won't explain so much because even though if I explain, I don't think you will understand. So it speaks about delivery phase of the construction asset. If you read the title of the code, organization and digitization of information about buildings and civil engineering works, including building information modeling. So these are the very important code. If you understand this code itself, you will understand BIM 70%. Okay, this code is the very important code. And this second chapter speaks about common data environment exclusively in the code. Okay, so in this level of information need, this is a very important topic. BIM execution plan. So BIM execution plan is the mother document how a construction project to be established in the BIM, BIM how has to be, what all things. If you have any doubt of BIM execution, you will have to check with BIM execution plan and come back. Okay, there are so many things: open BIM, closed BIM, etc., etc. I'm not diving deep and wasting time in this. So what I wanted to emphasize is common data environment. If they ask in which code we are referring to, it is ISO 19650 part 2. Okay, so now still we didn't get into CDE. Again, I emphasize, I want to explain about computer networks little bit so that you understand the CDE, where it is there, how it was, and so that. So brush up of computer networks. So first thing you have to understand server and the PC. So no, so many people understand like see, while checking the Ola, server is busy, is very slow. While checking something in Aadhaar, we are saying server is slow. What is the difference is, see, I'll give a layman difference. In PC, if you open Revit and AutoCAD itself, your PC will hang. But in server, you can multiple Revit sessions, multiple AutoCAD sessions, multiple Navisworks sessions, multiple SketchUp, etc., can be opened in server simultaneously, because server is designed to handle that much load. Okay, not from one user, from multiple users. But PC is designed for single user, for single purposes, single application purposes. Okay, that is the difference between server and PC. So we are not computer engineers to dive deep more in that. That's the understanding we should have between server and a PC. Server can designed to take up so much computing load, but PC is not designed for taking so much computing load. Okay, so next types of networking which you must have learned in school days and college days. So this is, I'm giving a brush up. Okay, so personal area network, local area network, man, WAN, and cloud computing. So cloud computing is the age where we are living in, but still, even though cloud computing is there, still we rely on WAN, MAN, and LAN for different purposes. Okay, so first thing, personal network characteristics. So when you have these many things, how you have to differentiate na? For network characteristics, you can differentiate. These are three characteristics I have chosen for explanation. One is the connection medium. How the network is connected through a medium. Okay, is it wireless? Is it wired? If wired, what is the wire? What is the connection? That is, then next important parameter is speed of connection. So how speed the connection is there, and range of connection, how far it will reach. So these are the three connection details you need to understand about to classify a connection and quality of a connection. Okay, so first one is personal area network. Okay, so personal area network is wireless, obviously, and wireless also what medium? Bluetooth, NFC, and infrared. And it is speed is ranging from 1 Mbps to 10 Mbps. Range is 5 to 10 meters. There's nothing but if your laptop is there, you're connecting your keyboard mouse through your wirelessly. Your headphone is connected to wirelessly. Then some printer is connected wirelessly. So something like that. Okay, that is nothing but that connection is set up is called as personal area network. Second, local area network. This is one of the oldest connection types, but still it's relevant in today's world also. See, if you will have a switch, and from switch, Ethernet cable and fiber optic cable, either of these. Ethernet cable if you use, that's a different speed. Fiber optic cable if you use, that's a different speed. And it is ranging to within a building. It can extend, the one segment can be length 100 meters. Okay, the speed is 100 Mbps to 10 Gbps. This the speed that much it can take load, but internet speed will not be 10 Gbps. It may reach 100 Mbps. So within that, you can get the laptop connected, printer connected, router connected, switch, everything can be connected in the LAN. So LAN is very much valid. Even your campus will be connected in LAN. So with through LAN only, you're getting all the information. Okay, MAN. See, it's a multiple LAN. Multiple LAN is nothing but metropolitan area network. It is connecting a one city itself. Okay, it's like multiple LAN. Still, the connection medium is cables. Okay, even microwaves is there, and leased lines is also cables, fiber optic cables. Okay, still the connection medium is cables, and speed is ranging from 10 Mbps to 1 Gbps, and range is from 10 to 50 kilometers. Okay, next to WAN. WAN is nothing but the entire world connection. It's nothing but internet itself. In olden days, we used to connect through towers, but nowadays we have built an infrastructure in the whole world. Is that everything is connected through wires? You might be wondering, the internet is connecting from satellite. It's coming, but the actual reason is something like server, and your system is connected through different wired medium. Actually, that is the truth. Okay, so it is like fiber optic submarine cables, satellite links, leased lanes. It ranges to 100 Mbps, 100 kilometer to cable. So why I am saying this is, let me explain in the next slide. Now I have to explain about cloud computing. See, cloud computing is something completely different. Okay, it is not the network topology. It is something like, it's a different concept of computer science, where you have a highly sophisticated machine, which has like how AI is running. AI is running through cloud. Okay, it's like the actual machine is very robust machine, but you are able to access the robust machine through internet. Please understand the cloud concept. So cloud is nothing but a powerful machine. From that, how you are accessing the powerful machine through internet only. Okay, through internet you are able to process the data and get the data. That is how cloud computing is coming into picture. Okay, why I'm speaking about cloud computing, LAN, MAN, and WAN is, so CDE can sit in either of this. Okay, okay, still more things about cloud computing now. There are three major players of cloud computing services providers. One is Google, Amazon, and Microsoft. Okay, so Google owns Google Cloud. You can buy Google Cloud. You can buy Amazon Web Service. You can buy Azure. Okay, Microsoft owns Azure. Amazon owns AWS. Google owns Google Cloud. Okay, so all the softwares, all the apps you see, all built on this one of these three clouds only. Other clouds are also there, but these are three major cloud players. Okay. So some clarification point about the computing. So cloud is not a type of network. It is not like LAN, MAN, PAN, WAN. It is not connected to that. It is a powerful system which we are accessing through internet. So cloud removes the cost of owning a powerful server. Okay, that is okay. CDE. Okay. Now CDE is a common data environment. It can be hosted in within your office with multiple offices, or you can host in the cloud itself. Okay, so special mention about VPNs. These are things you need to understand. That's why I have put it in this line. See, VPN is like how the work from home is possible in the current scenario is, that is with the help of VPN. Okay, so now I have a system laptop. Now I have a setup. How I'm able to connect through my company server. Okay, not always CDE is connected. CDE is something different. Company server is something different. How I'm able to company server is, VPN should be installed, and VPN establish a secured tunnel. Okay, which means I can, without wire, through internet, with the help of VPN, I'm connecting to the company server. Company server cannot be connected without VPN. Okay, so VPN is means known for different purposes and different ways the people interpret. But VPN with is there, then only you can access the company server. Okay. Okay, next, enough of computing networks. Let us move into CDE. Okay, so now comes the problem. Why we need CDE? See, this is the two images. What it says is traditional data sharing. So, and with the CDE, how the data sharing is there. Okay, see how data will be shared in a construction project. Even now, this is happening. Not everyone is using CDE. Only BIM projects, that too few BIM projects only use CDE because of the license cost. For CDE, you have to pay 1 lakh, and for Revit, you have to pay 1 lakh. That is the problem. One employee requires 2 lakhs of investment per year for using BIM. That is the cost of one person today's scenario. So Autodesk, how much this wants is, for the software it wants 1 lakh, and for CDE it wants 1 lakh. Okay. So now it comes to the concept. So traditional information sharing, I will see, if you want some information, I will share either through WhatsApp or if you're a little bit professional, you'll say it through mail. If you are some file sharing, so mail can only have 25 MB of 15 MB in terms of Google. In terms of Microsoft Outlook, you can have 25 MB. So beyond 25 MB, data is shared through WeTransfer or other transfer medium or Google Drive sharing. Okay, so that is, if that is the case, see how many construction participants is there in a construction project. The answer might be not 10 or 20, 50 to 70 construction participants, because main contractor is there, subcontractor is there, subcontractor vendors is there, vendor is so many people is there. So construction project is not a joke. 70 is 50 to 70 construction participants is there. So all the people should be having transferring data to different medium. The main problem is only emails is the official medium they have. All the emails cannot be read, all the emails cannot be stored, all the emails cannot be organized. So and all the what happens, the answer reason is confusion, which data where it sits, uh, which data where it sits, and which information where it is there, nobody understand nothing. So that is the problem with the construction scenario today, even in the small to medium construction projects. But CDE is implemented. What is the rule is everyone is accessed, will be given an email ID. So everyone has an email ID, company email ID, and everyone will be given access to one common data environment. And from that common data environment only, we have to see the data, and you have to use the data, and you have to save the data and keep it there. That is the rule. So that is why BIM is became a very relevant. So there is no duplication of data, there is no superseded documents, there is no old documents being used for construction projects. Okay, let us little bit dive deep. So now what is CDE? See, CDE, I can say in a layman terms, so it is like a Google Drive or OneDrive. So now let us explain about now how I make relevant into CDE. So you have Google Drive, you have OneDrive. OneDrive is Microsoft. Okay, these are the two cloud platforms which everyone uses. Okay, OneDrive in college, Google Drive in personal life. Okay, so can we store a Revit model in the Google Drive and OneDrive? I'm asking a question. Can I store the Revit model, the Google Drive and OneDrive? Quickly, you can try to answer, because I have spoken almost 45 minutes. So let us gear up a little bit. So can we store a Revit model in Google Drive and OneDrive and use it? I'll give 30 seconds, else I will answer. No. If no, why? Okay, I will explain. No, because I don't want to waste time. So I want to explain more things in the CDE. So now we all the introduction, all the logics I have spoke about. Now I'll speak about only CDE. See, what is the problem is, what is the size of Revit file? So size of Revit file for a, say, half of the project completed is around 3 GB. Okay, 3 GB file, if you store it in the Google Drive, how much time it will take to upload? How much time it will take to download? How much time? So if another problem is, it's like I am sitting in India, other person is sitting in Australia, another person is sitting in the Europe, another person is sitting in the Ireland. All these people should collaboratively work. Is it possible in the Google Drive? The answer is no. And if one people is opening the model, other people cannot see them, other people should not open the model. So because it's like one people is working on it, other people also working on it, there will be clash of data. So all these things, how it is solved? Answer is CDE solves all these problems and makes BIM seamless. Okay, so basically CD is the place of storage data, but with rules. And what are the rules? All the rules are dictated by ISO 19650, and additional rules you can put. Basic rules are dictated by ISO 19650. Additional rules you can put for a storage. So how this BIM data is handled? Let us little more dive deeper. See, these are the major CDEs available in the today's construction market. One is by Autodesk, one is by Bentley, and this I have put, but this just I have put India's Cube, but this you can eliminate. You can concentrate on these two. Okay, so Autodesk Construction Cloud, Bentley ProjectWise. Okay, so what is this is? Yes, again, now why I spoke about all this is ACC is, even though it's created by Autodesk, it is using Amazon Web Service cloud platform to use the ACC. Okay. And project wise, Microsoft Azure is used for their own software building. Okay. And probably Cube is there. Officially, documentation doesn't speaks about which cloud service platform India's Cube is happening, and that is also so. In these two, these are two cloud platforms, but Cube can be installed in the LAN also. Means if you want secure data, no need to see others to see. Only you have to see for government projects, Cube is being implemented. Central government projects started using Cube for some reasons. That is why I put this Cube. And every CDE above complies ISO 19650. Okay. So now why, how a cloud, like how a Google Drive can be a CDE. That is what we are going to discuss from now on. Okay. What makes a cloud as a CDE? That's what the question. CDE rules. What are the rules, basic rules necessary for qualifying a cloud platform as CDE? That is what we're going to see. So CDE properties. So CDE, say now let me explain about one scenario before explaining this, how a collaborative work atmosphere is done. So I am sitting in India and another person is USA, another person is in all those things. How this collaborative environment is done is, see, it's like CDE data is not just 1 GB or 2 GB. It is even 1 TB of data for one project. It will be there. That is the practical problem, practical thing. So what happens is, so when I log into Autodesk Construction Cloud or project wise, when I have given account, when I sync it, so now what happens in OneDrive? OneDrive can be local, OneDrive can be synced to the cloud also. Okay. So what happens is all the data, important data is downloaded from the internet and saved locally. And there is a connection established through the cloud service platform that this data is synced to web also. So now what happened? Two data is available. One is available locally and another is available in the cloud. So now what happens? So when I log in, my data sits in the local. Okay, first time it will be sitting in the local. My Australian colleague also will his data will be sitting in the local. All the data is now from the web, it is downloaded to the local. So now what happens when I open Revit, I will work locally. Okay, but every hour if I save it, it won't, it's not a normal save. It is called as cloud syncing. We have work sets and so many logics is there. You have to relinquish work sets and save the data into cloud and sync the data into the cloud, not save the data into cloud. What happens? I work for 1 hour, my all data sits in locally. Now if I click sync button, it will be synced into the central model of the Revit. Okay, you are able to understand what I'm trying to say? It is like everyone works locally, but every 1 hour they syncs the data to the central model. Okay, that is how multiple people can work simultaneously from different global locations. So that is how that is where CDE comes into. One of the main important thing about CDE is that it has to facilitate central work platform like cloud sharing and things it has to facilitate. Okay, so let us, okay, I hopefully you understood or you want me to explain a little bit more about global working on BIM projects? Any questions? Did you understand how a global working is happening? So everything is downloaded locally, you work on the local, then click a sync button, the data is synced to the central model. Okay. Okay, yeah. So now CDE properties. See, file information containers, folder security control, audit trail and versioning, file naming, okay, file naming management, metadata, RFI process. All those CD properties are very important so that you will be able to understand it. Okay. See, as per ISO 19650, what it requires is file information contains metadata, revision control, and status codes. See, this is little bit I'll explain. See, whole construction documentation is streamlined into 4 steps. Okay. First one, work in progress. After work in progress, it is goes to shared stage. Every file has to go through these 4 phases. Every file in the construction documentation has to go through 4 phases. One is work in progress, shared, published, archive. Okay. So work in progress is like, so now I am architectural team, another is a structural team, another is a MEP team. So while I am working, the structural team cannot see my data, should not see my data, because that will create confusion. And well, MEP team should not see structural data when they're working. Okay, but without structural data, without architectural data, structural team cannot design it, because they need door sizes, window sizes, etc., etc. Then only structural team can design the beam, column, and all. Now, how this confusion is resolved is, that is where work in progress rules. Okay, so what it says is, information being developed by its originator or task team is not visible to or accessible to anyone else. Again, I'll explain. So it's like our one team information is not visible or accessible to anyone else. Okay, only for the team the data is visible. Okay, that is work in progress mode. So everyone starts a file in WIP mode. When it goes to shared is, once that some data has been completed, some work has been completed, and now you are willing to share to other teams. That time what you give to approval for the manager. So manager approves the document. Once the manager approves the document, it goes to shared stage. Okay, and shared stage is very important stage where data is being shared. Okay, so what it says is, information approved for sharing with other appropriate task teams. Okay, and delivery teams with the appointing party. So don't confuse so much. It just says information approved for sharing. Only approved information is available for other teams to share. The common pool you can see. So how it will be like, say I have a file. Okay, if it is in WIP mode, my my email ID will be able to see only my architectural files. Structural files are hidden for me. MEP files are hidden for me. But I want to see some structural data for reference now. Only shared files I can see. That file should be tagged as shared. Only that files I can see for reference. Okay, that is how it prevents some misconfusions between people. Only approved document, only sharing is available. Okay, next thing, it goes to published. When the shared document, again it goes to BIM manager. For all the, if the shared information is like for flawless, okay, if the flawless, it goes to review and authorize and comes to published. See, published document is only available for site. Published document cannot go back to shared. Published, actually it can go, but very exceptional. Actual rules, published cannot go back to shared, and shared can be go to WIP, but published never goes to shared. Which means published data, you can rely on the data so much, and then you can work on the published document. And site people will have only published documents for their usage. The last thing is, once the construction is completed, the publish can be goes to archive. So this is the four phases which all the company has to see in the BIM project. So it has only four stages. So file sharing has been simplified with the help of this work in progress, shared, published, and archive. Only these three phases. Okay, hope everyone understood it. So this is how the file management is done in the CDE with the help of CDE. So now file and folder security. See, lot of data is there. Security is the must. So how the security is done is like, I am an architect. Okay, I have a role, and structural engineer, that is another role. Okay, within architect I may be BIM engineer, BIM coordinator, BIM manager. So I have different another role. So multiple roles is given to one single email ID. That is called as role based access control. Okay, users are assigned specific roles as BIM modeler, coordinator, manager, admin. Based on the role permissions, permissions are set. For every role there is a set of permissions, and that permissions is like folder level permissions and file level permissions. So based on that, you will be able to see the same project wise. I have project wise, or I have Autodesk Construction Cloud. When I open, I can see different things. When my manager opens, he can see different things. When my subcontractor opens, he can see different things. So that's how the file security control is managed in the CDE. These all things cannot be possible in the Google Drive. Okay, how this control is given? Role based access control. Please remember this, RBAC, role based access control, and one person have multiple roles. Every role has set of permissions. Okay, And you might be thinking, so permissions might be like so complex, but the permission is very simple. Read, read only, download only, read and write permissions, or download and upload and edit permissions. These are the permissions available. View only, that is read only, viewable, and you are allowed to download the document. You are only allowed to upload the document. You are allowed to view, download, upload. Last permission is like every permission is like available. View, download, upload, and edit permission. This is file level security. So next, this is how a security thing will be there. This is for an admin portal. So this is not a normal user, and this is an illustrative. This is not an exact thing. I used a chat GPT to create this. So this is like, see, one role, multiple roles you can add to it. What all products you can assign to it, and all those things. This is the setup: project administrator, architect, engineer, contractor, client. So much of roles you can assign. This is handled by CDE admin. So I am a CDE admin for my company. I with the help of project manager, they give which all roles, which all people has to be assigned. I will assign that. Only I have the permission. Even the project manager is not allowed to view plus download, cannot edit. Only that is suppose subcontractor. Subcontractor want to refer the construction drawings, he can view it and download it, but he cannot edit it. That's for subcontractor. Okay. So that is role-based access control. Okay. So next thing, audit trail. So this is a very powerful setup in the BIM platform. Audit trail and versioning. Okay, audit trail is in project wise, versioning in the construction cloud. Okay, so what is audit trail is, whenever someone opens the document, he has an email ID. Okay, it says which email ID, when the document was opened, when the document was closed, what all activities it is done. Not all activities done is captured. Like, did he download, did he upload, all those simple computer level data are stored. So if you see here, document is there, it is state changed. So it says opened, and who opened? Admin has opened. So this folder, this data, this company, everything is stored. It is like this trail of information. It keeps on saving as an audit trail. This is a set of document. This is for legal entity. Okay, legal entity is like, so everyone's document is saved, and who opens the document, when it is opened, when it is closed, everything is recorded. That is audit trail. Okay, so in Autodesk Construction Cloud, it is called versioning. So it is like, see, in Revit, one file is there, starting version 1. After some changes, version 2. After some changes, version 3. After some changes, version 3. Like that, you can have 120 versions, 200 versions, even 300,000 versions of same file. Okay, these are available only for the admin. So what happens is, the final version and last 2-3 versions available for a user. If something goes wrong, you can go to the previous version. So, but admin has the ability to transfer the same file to the old versions, because to see the data, this is the obvious reason. So if something goes wrong, which version, what is the problem happened, so that is controlled in the versioning. Okay, this is versioning, and this versioning is there in project wise also, but in a different manner. Okay, so next one, this is more interesting part of the files. Every file in the CDE has a unique name. Please understand, every file is not same name. So like final 1, final 2, final 3. No, nothing like that is available. So whenever you save a document, you are not allowed to save a name. It automatically picks up the code for you, total name. So what is the project name will be like, what is the project name, which organization, which company, which phase, it is like design phase or a planning phase or a initial phase, and which location. Location means ground floor, first floor, second floor, all those level, and type of document. Is it like Revit file, project file, is Revit file or CAD file or PDF file, and role, which role, BIM model, role is for file, not for the person. Yeah, exactly. Very good, Gautam. It's like GitHub version control is the mother of this logic. Okay, so it's like version control. So it's like everything, and finally it's come .01, 02, 03. Okay, all this data is captured for the file. After that only 01, 02, 03 comes into picture. Okay, this is file name convention. So now comes to metadata. As per ISO 19650, he has three metadata. Metadata is the extra data we are adding to the file. Okay, those are revision code, status code, and classification code. Okay, so revision code I will explain. Status code is nothing but these are extra. This is a file name and extra things you can have to for a file, same file name. Okay, so if this much information is embedded, there is no room for confusion of file. What is the purpose? If you see the file itself, you'll understand what is the purpose of the file. Okay, so so much of confusion is eliminated. This is a status code. It says initial status, suitable for coordination, suitable for information, suitable for review. So, so many stages. These are dictated by this one. And one thing you have to observe, it says work in progress. How many status is there? Just initial status. Shared state. Shared state, these are 7 states is there. That's to understand. It is not different steps. Every document doesn't go to S1 to S7. It gives the extra information about the shared document. Okay, published is the state which site engineers can see. So it is like authorized and accepted, partial sign off. Okay, final thing, again published, don't need to confuse. This is for status code. Revisioning, see revisioning of one file. Let's see revision 1, revision 2, revision 3. There are only these 3 things stays about revision. P or C. Okay. Letter fix. P represents preliminary. C represents like final. It's like contractual information container. P is like still work in progress or shared. C means it is published. This is only 2 things for P. 0, 1. This 2 numeric integers values representing the primary revision that will be eventual. That I will explain in the next slide. Then you'll understand 01.01 means what is this. So this is how a file workflow comes from work in progress to shared to published to archive. Okay. See, work in progress. As soon as you start, what I said, only published will have C. All the other things, work in progress in shared will have P. Okay. This is 0, 1. 0, 1 means work in progress. Okay. 01.1 within work in progress, there can be multiple revisions. Once it is approved, it will become P01 without any .01. One it says P01, it is shared. Okay. So now when it becomes P02 means the shared information, some mistake is there. You have to revise. What will happen? Next revision goes P02. So it's like P01 is first shared file. Shared file, if it is not there, it goes to P02. Again, P02 will go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when it is approved, P02. Further P03, P04, it can go P any times. But once the shared information is accepted, it will become P2C. Okay, C01. C01 cannot have revisions. That is the rule. C01, once it goes, you have to delete the document and freshly create another document. Okay, this is the revisioning thing about this one. This is a very complicated topic. I made it simple. Okay. Next, a request for information. So these are additional things which CDE enables, RFI and submittals. So why I kept this one is this practice is not available in the India. Okay, in foreign companies and foreign things, they speak about RFI and submittals. See, what is RFI is request for information. A site engineer finds some doubt. Okay, doubt cannot be, they cannot directly call it, take a phone, make a WhatsApp call and ask what is the problem. He cannot do that. He has to raise an RFI, request for information. So that request for information is again captured in the CDE and it is assigned to correct the individual who can answer it, and they will answer it. And after answering it, that is also what is the answer given, that will be captured. After that only it will be record, it will be made. And it's like RFI, if you see 231, 230, 229, that many information requests will come, everyone can see that RFI. So if anyone has a doubt, 1% doubt is now everyone's doubt. So all the doubts is clarified in a common platform. Anyone can see the different RFI and they can understand about the project more and more. Okay, that is the RFI. Submittals. See, submittal is a practice which again not available in the Indian construction scenario. What happens is, if there is a switchboard, this I'm giving an example. So the switchboard you are getting from the vendor. So how the architect will say, architect will know that this is the switchboard I approved, I designed. So what happens is a vendor or a subcontractor has to buy a submittal document from the vendor. Vendor means who is giving, say for example, for a carpenter in your house, what he says, he himself goes, buys a light holder, he comes and fixes it. That is not allowed in the big construction projects. So the light holder, first what you have to do, the carpenter or a plumber has to go to the office, the vendor. Vendor has to give a submittal document. That document you have to pass to the architect. Architect says this submittal is okay. Then after this okay document has to be given to the vendor. After receiving that submittal document, then only the vendor gives you the product. Then only you are allowed to install in the company. So this is the process practiced in not Western, other countries construction practice. Such good things are not available in Indian construction practice even now. If you see here, light fixture cut sheets. So cut sheet is nothing but light fixture details. So that is submittal is there, who is originator, due date, what all things is there. So what happens is in the CDE, every small items card total documentation is stored. So through via submittals. Okay, if a submittal is approved and then only you are allowed to purchase, then only allowed to install. That is why I have put this logic into the CDE slide. Okay, and CDE is capturing submittals also. So future of CDE. See, future of CDE, it is like what is the problem? Whole data is sitting in the common data, not a problem. Whole data is sitting in the common data environment. So now you implement AI. So you can give AI analysis or creation of project data. So AI can analyze so much of data. See, even the beauty point is now ACC is the no ACC as a Power BI data connector. If you connect the data to the Power BI, your whole construction data is organized in the terms of dashboards. I do not know how many people understand the potential of what I'm saying. So Power BI is nowadays is like all the granular level details also captured in the Power BI and people are seeing it. Okay, next step what you can see in the future is instead of having Revit in the desktop application, it can be a cloud application. Whole software can be hosted in the CDE. All the Revit, AutoCAD, Navisworks can be become a CDE and legal entity of the project. So that is the main another thing. It becomes a legal binding. So all the data is legally binding and legally approved document. If any problem comes, goes to the court. The court can get the permission of the CDE and can analyze the data and decide who has to be favor of the problem. Okay, so on and so forth. So yeah, we almost came to the closing of things. So now if you have any questions, you can ask. I almost within 20 minutes before itself, I have a quiz also for you people. But this is what I want to explain about CDE. CDE is a ocean and CDE is very big topic. So CDE admin itself is a very big role within a company. So CDE admin team will be there. So they will have a separate thing. So if you have any questions, you can ask me now. I'll give, you might have learned about CDE. If you have any questions on CDE, you can ask me now.
Surrender, sir.
Yeah. Hi, sir.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
I mean, learned from this, is vendor also or supplier also should have some knowledge, because you said they need to, I mean, they will be given some access, something
Yeah.
like you told, no? So you should have
Exactly.
some familiarity about operation of this software, no?
Yeah, not about software. Only needs to this platform. So
Maybe
CDE
CD.
platform. Only CDE you will
sorry.
have access. See, if
Yeah.
so what is happening practically is if the vendor doesn't have any knowledge, what we do is we do a email communication on behalf of him. We create an account. We ask him to what to do. So we through email we say this document is approved. This you can upload with your email ID. Log into this. Steps will be given to his in the email, and he will follow that email and upload the documents.
Because except premium vendors, all others will be generally I mean, does not have
No
any
computer knowledge.
idea.
Yeah. No computer
Correct.
knowledge. This problem is not exactly a problem. We help the vendor. So CDE team
Okay.
is there. No CDE team will communicate with the vendor. after project manager says what he has to do, then we educate them, then they do it the CDE. But we do not take any document with the via email and use it. That is prohibited.
Okay.
Only three CDE approved setup we have to use.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. If I want to start BIM from scratch, give me one best platform which I can get certification. See, Autodesk itself has AutoCAD certification, Revit certification, Revit itself, Revit architecture certification, Revit MEP certification, Revit structural certification. That is a very, very tough exam that you can practice first, then take a trial exam. After that, you have to pay around 15,000, 20,000 for the exam itself. Then you can get certification. That's a global certification. If you go to any country, that certification is valid. Even I am Autodesk certified professional for AutoCAD and Revit architecture alone. So you have to learn. They won't test you the modeling skills alone. They will test you the Revit knowledge concepts. So Revit concepts are so many things are there, very vast. So you have to understand so many things about Revit, so many things about CDE, so many things about BIM workflow. For me too. The same question. Yeah, that's what you have to. You have an Autodesk exam itself. It is called Autodesk Certified User. That is a simple exam. The second level is Autodesk Certified Professional. So that is a good exam. And Bentley also has an exam for free exams. Bentley has free exams, but Autodesk have paid exams.
Surendra sir,
Yeah.
sir, in BIM there are different roles. One is from architectural and structural, MEP, and now BIM admin. So out of which role having more opportunities, sir, in the real
Okay,
world?
good question. See, in BIM itself, BIM modelers are treated like site engineers. They have to work late. They have to, because when deadline comes, they have to work late. Thanks and Ramdu for appreciating my presentation. Yeah, anyway, so it's BIM modeler is a starting point. As everyone should start as site engineer in BIM field, everyone should start as BIM modeler. But as time progresses, you have to move to second step, BIM coordinator. Next step, BIM manager. Okay, this is separate line. See, BIM admin is something like related to computer science. So it is like I have to run scripts. I have to run automation scripts and everything from folder to folder. I have to save the data. I have to change the data. I have to select the data and save it. So many things is there within the IT. It is like IT roles. IT roles in BIM. That is BIM admin starting point. Next one is starting point is service desk. It's like you have to troubleshoot the problems in the engineering softwares. Revit is not working. What you should do, you cannot go and ask Autodesk. You have to go to service desk people. This is IT line. Okay, what I am there is an IT line. So it is like first a service desk, then you become a BIM admin, then you go into a product owner. Product owner means you have to take decisions for the Revit. How many license has to be purchased, what version has to be used for which project, all those decision authority with the project manager. That is product owner. Beyond that is a digital head. This is a separate line. So this line nobody knows in the market. So this line is also well paid. This line is also well paid. That is this you are involved in the project. You will become a BIM modeler, BIM coordinator, BIM manager, principal BIM manager. So like, what is the difference is BIM modeler, you'll do modeling. BIM coordinator, he coordinates the clash detection, all those things. BIM manager for one project is the manager. Principal BIM manager, multiple projects, he is the project manager. Something like site as a project manager, same thing like a BIM manager. So what is the pay you can anticipate is BIM modeler is different companies, different pay. General pay in a decent company is say 25,000 to 30,000 you can start with. Okay, BIM coordinator you can go for 50 to 60,000. And some companies BIM coordinator touches the 1 lakh. Okay, BIM manager usually starts with the minimum package of 1 lakh. It can go to even 2 lakhs. Okay, principal BIM manager, those packages are discrete. It can be very high, it can be normal. Okay, so but generally with the if you start as a BIM modeler within say 7-8 years, you can touch the 6-7 years, you can touch the 1 lakh package minimum. I'm speaking of. And there's another role which everyone doesn't know. It's a BIM automation role where programming is involved into the BIM. So it is like you can automate the Revit workflows, you can automate the AutoCAD workflows, So all things can be automated. So that is another role well paid. That is starting salary itself above 50,000. So that is as a fresher, if you know programming, if you know to automate Revit, if you know to automate AutoCAD, straight away you'll go into 60, 70,000 pay. 50 to 70,000 pay can get into a company. But they expect very good programming skills from you.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. So that means
Mm.
any computer science background student with a good or sound knowledge in coding, they
Mm.
can get into this BIM field,
Yeah,
replacing
absolutely. They
the
are more
actual civil
welcome than
engineering.
exactly. Sorry to interrupt. That's like more computer science graduates are more welcome than civil engineering graduates who knows Revit, BIM, and all those things for automation.
They can step into our domain. So we need to
Yeah.
take care of that.
Correct. But what is the problem is they won't understand the construction workflows. If technically some problem comes, they won't understand. So usually they won't fit in easily.
Yes.
That is what the real scenario.
Yes, sir. Who is having the publishing authority, sir? Like BIM modeler or principal manager, BIM coordinator.
Mm.
Out of them, who is having the authority to publish the project?
Publish the project is BIM managers has to every file has to be approved by BIM manager and the project manager. Some files.
Okay. So what is the role of admin, sir? Just passing the data?
No. It seems simple. Whole CDE should be managed for the company for different projects. So it is like a very tough task. So once the project starts, what happens is they will be given the list of people who are to be added to the CDE. What role creation is there, project template is there, file naming convention should be maintained. If any problem in CDE happens, you have to answer. So CDE itself very it's a different tough role. It's IT role again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So in AutoCAD certification, we have level 1, level 2. Same any type of certification level is there in Revit. There is no level 1, level 2. See, level 1 is nothing but Autodesk certified user. Level 2 is nothing but Autodesk certified professional. So only these two titles are there. So that is there for AutoCAD separately, Revit architecture separately, Revit structure separately, Revit MEPs, Revit mechanical separately, Revit electrical, Revit plumbing.
Sir, one question, sir.
Ah.
So being a BIM admin, what are the challenges you are facing, sir, every day?
Every day new problems, some problems are very simple, some problems are complex, some technical difficulties. It will be happening always. So
Okay.
there are I'll have tickets. So we call it as tickets. So we get every day I have to solve so many tickets, whatever any first critical tickets I have to solve, then normal tickets. But anyway, all the tickets should be answered by me.
Okay.
Sir, I have a question on
Hmm.
versioning.
Okay.
So when we are changing the version, so
Hmm.
you mentioned it is going to be like
Hmm.
revision 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it is going to be once it is going to reach the C,
Hmm.
it is like the closing of that loop. You cannot update that file.
Correct.
And the question is,
Hmm.
does all these will be accessible to the all stakeholders?
No. Only CD admins can access it.
Okay. So
That is the control CDE admins have.
okay. So but they will be able to see the all the previous versions of the files also.
Not all the versions. Immediately 3 versions they can see.
Okay. The immediate 3 versions where we have done the modeling or modifications or any adjustments that only can be seen there.
Yeah, correct. And that is versioning for one file. And this versioning is different. And what I spoke is different. That is file workflow. File
Okay.
workflow is different and versioning of same file is different. P01.01 itself can have 100 versions.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. I have a doubt, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
please.
from your career starting to now
Hmm.
in this journey, what are the
Hmm.
certifications you started from day one to till now?
Hmm.
Can I
So my certifications,
please
first
tell
thing,
me slowly, sir? Please,
huh?
please tell me slowly. Your voice is getting very fast.
Oh, okay. See, first certification, what I did was AutoCAD certified professional for AutoCAD. So Autodesk Certified Professional for AutoCAD. That is the first certification. Second certification, Autodesk Certified Professional for Revit. Then I had some green building experience, so I cleared IGBC accredited professional, IGBC AP. Then I wanted to learn some automation, so I learned Dynamo certification from a third party authority. So that is not Autodesk certification because Autodesk certification is not yet available for Dynamo. So first Dynamo certification I have. So now I am learning programming for Revit and AutoCAD. So that certification again third party. So that now I am learning. Still I did not finish the certification. So that one I have. These are the 5 certification. Apart from that, ACC Autodesk Construction Cloud, I am admin certified, and project wise admin certified. So these are certification I hold now.
Sir,
Thank you.
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt.
Mm.
So the next question that we have is
Mm.
you have mentioned about the certifications related to the automation using the Python script. So
Yeah.
will they be added as plugins, or will we be running only the scripts that are required?
See, in Revit we cannot run the scripts. So Revit, through Dynamo we can run the scripts. But in Revit, if you want to use C sharp, you have to use plugins only. But in AutoCAD, you can run a script. You can run a script. Any scripts you can load it, temporarily load it and run it. In AutoCAD, that provision is there. But in Revit, if you want to run scripts, you have to run through Dynamo. And Python is used in Dynamo. If you want a very fast, very stable script, you have to use C sharp language.
Okay. Sir, following that,
Mm.
how much will be the how much we need to make sure that the uh, machines configuration that we need to take care, the computer's configuration?
That depends on the Revit requirement. So minimum Revit 2026 is requiring 16 GB as minimum. Then only it is working properly. So 16 GB, but actually in the workstations which we use in companies having 64 GB RAM. So it is like very high config is required. So, and when AI also comes into picture, still more RAM is required. So it is very costly affair. But as a student, you can have a 16 GB RAM. I would recommend for usage of Revit 2026
Okay.
and graphics card of minimum 2 to 4 GB.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Any other participants who are having any queries, they can either unmute themselves or you can put your question in the chat box. We will read it out for you.
Yeah.
Surendra sir,
Ah.
for example, any civil engineering graduate poor
Mm.
in computer science background like coding and all.
Mm.
So what is the key shortcut to get BIM automation skill, sir?
No. BIM automation, you need a sound computer knowledge. At
Hmm.
least basic computer knowledge, you need to have basic programming skills. You should have very strong hold. Then only you can become a BIM automation. If you do not have strong hold in programming, better you can go to BIM modeler, BIM manager kind of stream.
Okay.
You are sharing informers very crystal. Thanks for the feedback. Thank you. And I have a quiz about this presentation. So this is the thank you slide. You can scan the QR. Whoever is interested to taking the quiz, you can scan the QR and you can take the quiz. At the end of the quiz, you will get the marks. You scan the QR and take the quiz. Just 10 questions about this presentation. It is neither easy nor tough. Just a fun questionnaire.
So you are doing our job as the STTP coordinators to conduct the test at the end of the STTP.
Oh, okay.
You are doing it on our behalf, it seems.
This is just a simple questionnaire I prepared just to brush up their knowledge.
In the meantime, if any of the participants are having any query, you can still post it in the chat box, please. Thank you.
Any more questions you can ask me. Any questions related to BIM you can ask me. How many members to use at a time in Revit account? Any number of people. One Revit software. That's what I said. No, how it is possible. Centralized Revit file will be there that you have to download to local through automatically that happens. After locally it is downloaded, it will open the Revit. Then you can work on it. When you click save or sync button, it will sync to the cloud. Data from the local, it will sync to the cloud, and then again it will again you can start working on the file. So by this process, any number of people can work on the same Revit file from any location also. So that is the magic about the Revit. What is the relation between Revit and CME? You mean CDE? See, Revit is the software which allows you to do the BIM model. But BIM model where it has to be saved, that is saved in the CDE. Nobody has any local storage of the BIM model. That is prohibited. Only CDE only you will be used to save the Revit model. So hope everyone is taking the quiz. And how to share the 3D diagrams for others. See, that is where the CDE comes into picture. In CDE, you are allowed to share to other people, but with some rules and regulations. You cannot, anyone can see, no need to share actually. What happens is you have an email ID and you have a login portal. So you are logging into ACC, whatever document you need to see, that will be already available to see. No need to share separately. No, only to third parties. Like, for example, a UK company, L&T, and three companies are working. They have to share between the team. That time only sharing is coming into picture. Still, it is in CDE only. But within company, no need of sharing. All the data is already available in the cloud. So whenever you log in, whatever data you need to see is available already. Only access for the file you need to request. For example, in the Revit one, you're newly joining to a project, so you need Revit file access. So you can request access through a ticket, and relevant people will check through the process, and then they will allot you a Revit access for the file. And one more thing, Autodesk Construction Cloud is free for students. So students can learn Autodesk Construction Cloud with the help of student license. But nobody knows. From last year, Autodesk has made this new initiative. So if one CD, like my admin, you can say your HOD or your IT people can be a CD admin, and they can add people into the thing. You can practice how a real world construction BIM project is done with the help of CDE in lab itself.
It likes I have passed the test. I have
Okay.
qualified with 70% of the marks.
Okay, great.
That's
Slightly tough questionnaire. It is slightly tough because
the
it is like
persons who
twisting.
have attended and those who have the good retention power will
Yeah.
only be able to answer it.
Yeah, it's slightly twisted questionnaire.
And I believe you have changed it from Google Forms to Zoho.
Yeah, Zoho is very. It allows me to build it in a versatile manner.
Okay.
Microsoft has Google doesn't have a quiz creating capability, but Microsoft is having, but I do not have personal Microsoft account, so I went to Zoho.
So, sir, what do you think of the legal implications on using BIM for the construction projects that might happen in the future?
Yeah, CDE is the legal binding document. So every document is saved in CDE. So that is very viable. It's like nowadays, current construction project only doesn't have any legal binding. But once the BIM is implemented, legal binding is very relevant. So because when you normal construction scenario, when you go to the court, normal construction scenario, when you go to the court, it becomes a very confusing thing to resolve. But once you have a BIM and CDE being put into place, court will have a very less time, very confusion, less confusion to solve the problem. It is not an easy task, everything to be managed and everything to be, it is costly affair also. It is little bit intensive thing also.
Yes, sir,
So,
that
but
is true.
yeah,
Taking the printout and keeping it in a file is very easy compared to maintaining a complete cloud database and looking at how the versioning is happening over the
yeah,
night, or maybe so might be this might be a case like
mm,
if we can give the analogy, just
mm,
like people check their snaps, the stakeholders may have the need to look at their
mm,
workflow on a daily basis
yeah.
to
But
know about
one,
what is happening. Yeah,
yeah,
sorry, sir.
correct. No problem. But what is the thing is, once you learn it, it is becoming a cakewalk. So for a new person who was in traditional printout type of thing, for them it's first difficulty, first project, second
Initial
project.
teething issues will be there. Yeah.
Yeah. So we say it as a learning curve. So learning curve is there for BIM, absolutely, for anyone. How much ever you teach, once you go into project, there is a learning curve. Once you become, that's why experience matters.
Yeah. And the first step is always the hardest.
Yeah, correct. Hope everyone learned something in the session.
Yes, sir.
Venkatesh, sir, sorry, what is
Uh,
your score, sir?
I did not attend the.
I
After
have
this class, I
attempted.
will.
I have attempted.
Yes, sir. Surendra, sir,
yeah.
this Dr. T. Amar Rao, sir, is a senior professor in our department, sir.
Oh, great.
Hello,
How
Surendra
was the quiz,
sir.
sir?
Yeah, it's very nice. I mean, those who can,
Mm,
who focused clearly in the lecture only can answer.
answer it.
But
Yeah, correct.
very easy only, not
Yeah,
tough.
yeah.
Good. Your presentation was very, very clear, crystal clear.
Thank you.
Hope we see you in future also.
No problem. Yes.
We request you to help us.
No, sure, sure, sure. I'll give my guidance through
Department.
Venkatesh. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
yeah.
For the information of participants, you can see the contact information of Mr. Surinder sir on the screen. If anybody would like to have any queries that you can ask in person, you can contact him through the email that is presented on the screen. If anyone else is having any query, you can please unmute yourself and ask the question. Okay. So, sir, can we proceed further with
Yeah,
your
proceed
permission?
further. Yeah, no problem. So if you want to see the status, like how many people attended, I can show it.
Yes, sir, please.
Yeah, okay.
Sir, Joha is a Indian platform, right, sir?
Yeah, it is very good. But one problem is that it is not always stable. That nobody speaks about. It gives many features, but it's not always stable. So we have very less people, say 1, 2, 3, 4. So around 10 people only gave the thing, but I'm not showing the scores because it is not good to show the scores. Okay, 15 people have given the quiz.
Jagdish,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, who's the highest scorer, sir? Do not share the
Wait,
screen,
yeah,
but
I have stopped the sharing. There are 10. So Lakshmikar Reddy scored 10. Ramadu scored 10. Maybe they use ChatGPT or something. And another 10 is there. That is Nandini. There are few another 10s. So TMR, so Rao sir has scored 10. Dharanishwar scored 10. So around 5, 6 people have scored 10. Average score is above 5.
Yes, sir.
okay, sir. So we will proceed with the vote of thanks then.
Yeah.
I now take the privilege of taking the vote of thanks for today's presentation on common data environment. Mr. Surender has taken us thoroughly through the fundamentals of network technology, including LAN, WAN, and cloud databases, laying a solid groundwork for understanding the common data environment. And he then delved into the workflow and properties of the CDE, illustrating the practical applications in the construction projects. He emphasized on file security protocols and also the audit trails, highlighting the data management importance in our field. And he has touched upon the compliance rules as per ISO 19650, and platforms such as Autodesk Construction Cloud and the other softwares that basically work on the basis of various forms, including the versioning, status codes, file naming conventions, revisioning information, giving us a clear understanding of the industry standards and best practices. We appreciate Mr. Surendar's expertise, and we thank you wholeheartedly for sharing the knowledge and spending so much of time on leveraging CDE into streamlining the construction projects and covering this critical aspects like documentation control and information management. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your enlightening lecture. And we also thank the participants for their interactive questions and good amount of participation. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Sir, with
Yeah.
your permission, shall we take one group photo, sir?
Yeah, sure.
I request the participants, please turn on the video. Jagdish sir, capture it, sir.
Yeah, on it, sir. So once everyone is ready, I'm just waiting for a couple of more participants to turn on their video. Manisai has raised a hand, I guess. Yes, sir, it is done, sir.
Okay, great. And thanks for the opportunity. I always like to teach people. So it's a very good opportunity CVR has given to me, and hope everyone learned something. That's what I want eventually. So you have to understand something new, and you have to learn something new. So hopefully something you people learned in this session.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you, sir. Surendra, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hmm.
Okay then. Bye bye. Bye for everyone. Bye.
Bye, sir.